Massimo Capra is in the house for today's Daily Dish. Now, Mass, I know you originally had a different recipe in mind than what you're about to make, but you switched it up to mac and cheese, all for the sake of our honorary sous chef, Brian. This is going to be fun.
Hello there.
Brian, you've told us this before, but when did this love for mac and cheese begin?
Oh, my. I've just been eating that forever, as long as I can remember. It didn't look like this. But I just love it. I just find it a comfort food. I could eat a whole giant bowl of mac and cheese.
Is that so, eh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
So could I. And I like the thought of that. So let's get the party started, Massimo.
Okay, so mac and cheese. This is something that they asked me. It was supposed to be just that pasta with sausages. But because it's mac and cheese now, we're still going to use the sausages. We add bacon. We add a little bit of onion, and I already have it started right here. This is butter, onion, bacon, and sausage.
Oh, if you could smell it. It's a shame we don't have smell-o-vision. You can't believe what this smells like.
That's right. And you know what? There is a fair amount of butter because we needed to make a roux in order to make the cream sauce to hold the cheese together and make it nice and creamy. But now we're going to put a little bit of wine because a little bit of wine increases the acidity in the dish and gives it a beautiful floral smell of the grapes.
My mac and cheese did not have wine in it.
No, eh? Well,
no, when I was growing up.
That's the Italian way. We kind of hide wine everywhere.
Mine came out of a box.
So we're going to wait until the wine is all evaporated because you want to remove the alcohol. Otherwise, that will give you a really acrid taste in the food, right? I mean, you never really have food with wine raw in it.
So it's really alcohol-free when it's cooked.
Alcohol-free, yeah, exactly. So then we need to make a roux, and a roux is a roux.
A roux.
Yeah, roux.
A roux.
You know, I mean, it's a French thing, but you know, basically you're thickening the sauce with flour. First of all, we have a half a liter of milk.
Okay.
Okay, this is 500 ml or 2 cups of milk. So we need 1 spoonful of flour. Okay, and we just put it on like that. You want to make sure to spread it, and you want to make sure that the wine is almost all evaporated, so that you need to have oil in order to avoid having lumps.
How do you know when the wine is evaporated?
You'll see it because all the fat comes out to the top. So that's a good thing to know. See how thick it is now? It's already nice and dense.
Oh.
Okay, then we're going to put our milk. And the milk is cold, but you know what? It's going to start boiling because this induction unit is very quick. This will become like what we call a bechamel sauce.
Beautiful.
Okay? And that's a bechamel is flour, milk, butter. All right?
And you have to make sure it doesn't
we
get
love
too
a bechamel over here.
Bechamel
I got a
is
French
essential.
husband. We do bechamels all the time, especially with mac and cheese. It makes it so rich and creamy, like
That's
it really
right.
elevates it. So it looks mouth-watering. What's the next step now that we've got the bechamel?
Okay, so the next step is, since we are going to be baking this dish, okay, you can have mac and cheese and eat it immediately. Then you need it to have a little bit thicker, a little bit more dense, you know what I mean? You melt the cheese in it and everything will be beautiful. But because we're going to bake it, we need to have it a little bit more liquid, just like that, okay? When we add the cheese, and please pass me the cheese over here. This is cheddar.
Okay.
Okay, aged cheddar. White, not the orange one, but put it in. Don't worry about it boiling. Put it all in. I mean, why not? Gruyere. We're going to Switzerland with this one. Gruyere cheese, beautifully shredded, and it's fantastic.
Delicious.
This is absolutely delicious. And then to make things really, really good, we need to have a little grana padano. Grana padano is what gives it that umami and the beautiful finish that we need. So don't be cheap with that either. Put it in. And
it's all white. It's all white.
It's all white. This is a very white dish. Now, if you can pass me the pasta, okay, you see that it's all melting. Look at that. Take it off the fire a little bit. Let it melt. Let it create the flavor. But the pasta is gramigna.
What's that?
And gramigna is basically crabweed in Italy, but also is a very funky little shape of pasta that is only in the area of Bologna, all the way to the sea, Rimini, and so on.
And you made that?
I make it at the restaurant. I bought the mold to make it because I find it really funky. You know what I mean? It looks like monkeys in a barrel. You know what I mean? You pick one up and you have 2 or 3 attached to it.
So you put that right in there.
Hang on. This is cooked. I pre-cooked it in salted boiling water.
But just before.
Just before, yeah, but this, we are on TV here. I don't know if you noticed, but I had to pre-cook it and cool it off and bring it over just like this. So now we play. You want to do that? Do you know how to do it?
You sure it's going to be all over the floor?
Yeah, yank it and whoom, push it and yank it.
It's going to end up on my shoes.
No, you don't want to do that. Okay, here we go. Brian Gluckstein, new sous chef.
Look at that.
Is going to be at Capra's Kitchen next week, cooking for you.
This cooktop will never
See
be the
that?
same.
Look how beautiful that is. Fantastic. Let's put
He's
it in.
doing a pretty good job. Like, I
well-
thought you said that you were actually going to bake this as well,
Yes.
Massimo.
So we need the dish.
Oh, you
Bring
do.
the dish over. That's the. We pour it into the dish, and it's nice and soft. Okay, put a little bit of the breadcrumb on top.
Okay.
Now I've taken sourdough bread. I chopped it all up really fine, and then baked it a little bit with olive oil, a lot of garlic, and grana padano again, or Parmigiano Reggiano if you prefer. But
So we're covering the whole
cover the
top.
whole thing. Now grab that. Let's go to the oven. Let's take out the one that is cooked.
Brian, you're doing very well.
Here we go.
I'm
It's
so
all about
impressed.
me. It's all about me. He couldn't do it
Oh
without
my
me.
gosh. Look at you
There
in
you
that
go.
apron.
And voila.
So good.
La pasta is cooked. Here, let me put this
This is
behind
service for one.
there. This is for one person, exactly. So, how do we do it? It's just like a lasagna. So we just get the nice little crumb, you know, the corners over there, and then
It's
we
the
scoop
smell.
it up.
It's the smell that is so incredible.
Yes. Then you just give a little lump like that, and that's enough for a hungry Jack.
That's like a little
Okay.
appetizer. Yeah,
That's right.
I need a
Oh,
star.
I'll
That's
give you a
enough for
fork. I'll
Brian
give you a fork
because
right
the
here.
smell is
Right
amazing,
here.
but I
There
want to
you
know
go.
how it tastes.
Oh, I want to taste it too. I don't know if I
Take
explain
a
myself,
bite.
but delicious.
Yummy.
So it's just going to be silence
Delicious.
over there now, huh?
Oh my God, this
See
is
that?
unbelievable.
Are you putting a plate in an Uber for me? Are you sending me some,
We
or am
should
I
do
just going to
that.
watch you eat?
It's
We
so
should do that.
delicious.
Could you do
And
that?
The three different cheeses
Isn't
work
it
so
nice?
well together.
See?
Yeah.
While
It
they
really
enjoy that.
balances it out, gives it a little
And
excitement.
thank you very much for making Brian so happy, Chef. He's in his glory right now. I wish I could try it. The recipe is up at cityline.tv. And Chef Massimo will be back later to make us a delicious crab and seaweed salad. Sounds fancy and delicious.